just about to go across the start line now. We're on our lap. Famous part for me is Bray Hill. Up to 170 miles an hour now, which is definitely faster than before. And again, building confidence through that, and that dip on the side does move the car around quite a bit, so we can't sit that flat yet. And this car was just a total pleasure to drive. You can carry a lot more corner speed. That's where we're getting our time. We're not actually going that much faster in terms of top speed, but we're getting to that top speed a lot faster. Lovely section through there, little bump on the inside. And now it gets really fast all the way to Greba. The only corner in the middle of that is Balagary, or Balascary, as we all name it. So again, getting up to 170 quite quickly. Little lift here and then tip it in. And because the car is so much faster everywhere, I can actually build up every lap I get out, and I was hoping for another lap. And there's a few places where we could have edged a little bit more time, just with confidence in the car. You've got two chances on the TT course. If you take it flat and it's not, you're in a lot of trouble. So you've actually got to build up to see what the car or the bike will actually do on those corners. And that just comes with time and experience. Flat out now, we've got a little jump. And we've got to be careful because at 170 miles an hour, that car potentially could fly. So we're unsure what it's going to do over the jumps, so you've got to be a little bit wary when you're getting up to those speeds. Greba Castle down just one gear, trying to get on the power, committed and nice and early. And the way this car changes direction is really, really great. The car sort of feels like part of me. You think it round the corner rather than actually steering it round the corner. And as you can hear, you can get a miss on the power quite quickly. We're very fast now, all the way to our next point, which is Balacrane. Helicopter always comes into sight here, you can see that above. Quite a scary corner at the end, just sticks it in right. There's a bump on the inside for us there. Just coming down now, got to be a little bit careful. We've got a flag being waved for loss of adhesion. There's been a bike off and hit the barrier on the right, so they've had the oil flags out. As you can see the dust on the right and the bike's still parked there. Come up to the walls now, drop it down one gear, and I think we dropped it down 2 gears last time in 2014, and now flat out all the way to the top of the Garrow. I really do like this section, and especially in this car. Curb jits out, and then you've got the compression at the bottom of the Garrow, and you get a real good thump going through here. I think the camera even moved at that point. Tricky bend now, double apex right, flat left, and then a double apex left. Now coming into Kurt Michael. Always great through here. And using the yellow line, you can see the impression of speed you get with the proximity of the houses is really impressive. So I'm moving around quite a bit there. Look how close people are on the left. Got to get the car straight just before it goes over the jump. and now really fast all the way down to the famous jump at the lap. Back up at 170 miles an hour, these corners are really nice. Just nick a bit of curb on the left hand side on the next one. As you can hear from this car, it does sound amazing, and it's also revving quite a lot higher than the previous car. We're up to about 8,500 RPM, which is quite a lot for a turbo engine. And we can't jump it too high here because of the bodywork on the car. But you're losing time in the air anyway, so as soon as she's back on the ground, back on the power and flat out, all the way to Balacry. This next corner feels really good. It's a flat out left-hander. Car takes off. And then we tip it into Quarry Bends, which is a series of right, left, right. Now, although we've got a little bit more power than before and a massively better chassis, you could still afford to have a little bit more top speed here, which would bring us a little bit closer to the bikes. They're topping out at just under 200 miles an hour, and as you can see, we're just getting just over 170. Car bouncing around quite a bit. Bit of a kick on the bump there, that was quite nasty, and for the bikes they must have a hell of a hard time hanging on all the way through here. Back up to 170 again. Chuck her into the left, bang on the power early. Coming up now is the Conker Tree, which jits out a little bit on the left, and then we've got a nice series of a right, left and a right, and heading toward Ramsey. Car moving around a little bit there. Still good corner speed. This next corner's great, small jump, and then flat out straight into the next right-hander. We've got the famous Ramsey bus stop, which we run a little bit wide into around this left. Now, even climbing up the mountain, really happy with our speed, and that was definitely an area we could gain on the previous attempts. You can see how much quicker this car accelerates from the 120 right the way through to 170. The last right-hander before we have a bit of a break on the mountain mile. Always see the helicopter at this point, you can see it on there on the right. And the nature of the course, as you can see all the way around, is rights and lefts, and then there's probably about 5 big right-handers that link it to make it a lap. So the tyres aren't really getting mega warm, there's no big loads, so it's always very, very high-speed corners. Real nice feeling on these 3 left-hand corners. 1, 2, bang, and pretty well take it all as one. Windy corner, upper gear from last time, 5th gear. And again, just picking a bit of understeer, we'll just run wide and just get the wheel on the grass there. It's no drama. Very difficult to get the car pulled across to the right hand side before the next left. Because you're travelling so fast, that's 170, and you definitely don't want to get that one wrong. Next is Kate's Cottage. Car moves around a bit there, and now flat out down to the Craignabar. loads of people around watching. And you know it's going well when people are waving, which definitely helps. Around the crag. And now really fast down to Brandish, which is the big long left-hander. Getting back up at 170, 175 there. I still have put the wheel on the grass, but I'm not sure if it's the best way. You might be better keeping it all on the tarmac. It does move the car around. Hilbury, big bump on the inside. Car moves about a bit there. And now coming all the way around to signpost. Get a real good buzz on these three lefts. You can see the car moving quite a lot and a load of steering input there. And in all fairness, my last sector was probably my worst, so there was a bit more time to come out of that. Really hard to see the turn-in point. And got real tight right-hander, gives me a chance to give the handbrake a little pull. DRS wide open again. And here we go for the line. And there we have it, lap around in 2016 at an average speed of 128.7 miles an hour.